What is going on, true believers? I hope you're having a great morning. We've got a bunch going on in cryptocurrency and crypto centric places, starting off with Elon Musk now turning X, the app, the everything app, into what could be the dawn of an online banking system. So there's a lot to unpack with what he intends to do, but basically, he's going to turn X into your own bank account. Of course, with ad revenue for influencers, et cetera, he's going to pay you, create a wallet for you, and then you can also fund your own wallet and continue to just operate everything out of that. And then the Everything app will allow you to buy stuff. There's going to be marketplaces, et cetera, coming into this. And it looks like it's early, but it looks like Elon Musk is set to take on Coinbase for cryptocurrency. He's set to take on Amazon for delivery and merchandise. It's a vast ecosystem that he's looking to develop, and it's just another leg up for Elon Musk if it all works out. Also, Coinbase has launched a perpetual future for Pepe. Shiba Inu might be releasing Treat a lot sooner than we think, and Crypto.com decided, you know what, we're going to hit the brakes on South Korea for a little while because the South Korean regulators have become a little bit untenable and a little bit difficult to deal with. So, you could be looking at something radical happening in short order for um, uh, for crypto.com showing up where you want them. South Korea, I guess not. So we'll see how it plays out. You never know. But anyway, this is not financial advice. I'm always right. We're going to have a good show. Have a good day. Hold on one second because we're going to hit the intro. And then it's pretty exciting because for 70 days now, BlackRock now has a inflow into the Bitcoin ETF, which is putting it in the elite category and a record breaking category with a lot of the biggest ETFs. It's a fantastic number. It's a big one. And here we are.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, guys. So as you notice, I changed the studio up again, just a little bit more. Not happy. When I'm happy, I'm going to let you know. The backer, I changed it a little bit so that when we transition into new stuff and when we're looking at stuff like, hey, good morning. When we look at stuff like that, then you're going to see a little bit differently today. And there you have it. So good morning to everybody who good mornings. And if you don't good morning to you anyway, because I don't care. It's my show. I get to tell you good morning. So good morning to everybody. Jay Locke, good morning. Blockchain Bonehead, good morning. Richard Caldwell, good morning. Masonic Mike, top of the morning. We've got Brian Bootyhead in the house. Aaron Thompson, Mike Volmer, Hammerside, Xander Harris, Justin W., the winner, by the way, of the Zella Boba tokens. Richard Caldwell, we got Kathleen Blales in the house. George Lopez Garcia is here. We got Richard Caldwell, Jason Pollins. We've got Ben Ferrer in the house. Vader Prime, Jay Manuel, Tom M is here. We got Poe in the house. We got Carlos. Rakoff Meme, one of the things that we're covering on Luna Classic today. And by the way, super fascinated by the ecosystem that they're developing over there, even though the name Jed Rakoff, RV's in the house. Matty B is here. Steve the Canadian is in the house. We've got we've got Kraken. We've got Raymond Pritchard. We've got Zico in the house. Crypto Antagonist is here. We've got the Ben Army. We've got Alex Kaimana, Raymond Betancourt, Ant B's Micro Gem Journey. So What is going on? And Justin, you are welcome, but it wasn't me, man. You were the one that won. I was the one that just did the drawing. So shout out to everybody, by the way. We're going to be doing some more giveaways as I find new projects that are giving away tokens. We're just going to keep giving away tokens because why the hell not? And if you haven't already, consider signing up to MEXC, BingX, FEMX, or KCEX. KCEX, if you are interested in non KYC. If that's what you're interested in, then that's where we're going to do that right now. And I guess you guys might remember this one. This was make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button on your way in. These are the current holdings that we have right now that we're holding on to. That does probably need to be updated because I did add. Oh no, I have API 3 in there, but I need to put 5 IR because we're holding 5 IR as well. So hope everybody is having a great day. Yes, sir only takes advice from Discover Crypto. So if you want to know if Yes, sir is broke, you know that. Anyway, so let's kick it off. Let's get into it. We got news. Elon Musk aims to transform X into your bank account alternative. The new service will allow users to store, send, and earn interest on money. According to Christopher Stanley, the head of payments at X, the platform's capabilities will extend far beyond simple tipping. Users can soon store money in their X wallet, send funds to other X payment users, and even earn interest on their account holdings. Now, so far, it seems like it's just fiat, and that's the only thing that's been discussed so far. But there were intentions, and I think that we all kind of saw that there were going to be some intentions to make this into something more, where it would include a crypto wallet. As Stanley puts it, the ultimate goal is to create a self-contained financial ecosystem within the X platform. The end goal is if you ever have any incentive to take money out of our system, then we have failed. You shouldn't ever need to take money out because you should be able to do anything you need on our platform. And that's the idea. Now, what is anything? Anything is anything. So it's going to be fairly interesting to see how this plays out. For some time now, Elon's been ambitious in turning the social media platform into a trading and financial hub, ultimately becoming what he calls the everything app. A year ago, the platform added new financial symbols for the most popular investment instruments. The implication of X payment system for content creators are immense, with the ability for users to instantly tip or purchase digital goods from their favorite creators. The potential for monetization on the platform is set to skyrocket. As a prominent X user, Alex Fenn, put it, this is a life-changing opportunity for X creators. Monetization is coming and it'll create millionaires. No platform will pay creators more than X. Now, you might know if you pay attention to me at any point that I'm not a fan of the way that Elon Musk is paying people to lie, cheat, manipulate, and deceive you. And predominantly among them, and by the way, this is not even an Alex Jones thing. Alex Jones is the least of your concerns. He's just a conspiracy theorist that has a good time, and I don't consider him to be quote unquote harmful. It's the Laura Loomers, it's the Benny Johnsons, the guys that brilliantly lie to you every single day and feed you deceptive stuff. It's the people that are liberals. I don't follow them, so I don't know who they are, but I'm sure that they're out there that continue to tell you about all these radical things that are just not true. And there's tons of them out there that are doing it. And by the way, it's not political. It's both sides of the aisle, or it is political, but it's still both sides of the aisle that do it. And they manipulate you and they try to make you think things that are not real on both sides. So, and Elon Musk readily pays them and then talks about the truth to you. So you might know that I openly have problems with what Elon says versus what is happening here. And of course, for him, it's about censorship. And the other thing is, I have people, with my name all over X trying to get people to join trading groups and shit like that. And I don't have any. I don't. If you want any kind of trading information, it's going to be through this channel and not through some other channel. You know what I mean? So, but and yes, sir, says Benny Johnson is such a bro. Look, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. When he lied about that Rainbow Bridge incident, when he lied about what was going on in Israel, when he started lying about this kind of stuff just for engagement, that just makes him a liar. And look, I mean, if you like that and you accept it as the norm, that's okay. I mean, it's your choice. I just choose I just choose not to. And by the way, when I say that, the reason that I say that is because I don't believe the news on TV either. I think everybody is a liar and motivated by profit. So I'm not equating traditional news media as better than what they're doing. It's just a different brand of lying. They're all liars. So, and by the way, there are some good journalists out there. People not named Tim Pool, you know what I mean? Just outright liars and deceptive people. Like there are people out there that are trying. There are people in traditional media trying. There are people all over X trying. But the ones that get the most engagement, the ones that get the information out there, the ones that don't get ignored are the liars and the deceivers. But that's okay. I'm told that there's a place that they're going to go when they pass away. Well, they'll be judged for all of their lies. And I don't think they care because I don't think they're genuine. I think they're grifters. So, my opinion. Anyway, so while X's initial payment offerings will likely focus on traditional fiat currency, there is speculation that the platform may eventually integrate cryptocurrency. X executive chairman Elon Musk has been a vocal proponent of cryptocurrencies in the past, with his company Tesla holding a significant amount of Bitcoin on its balance sheet and accepting Dogecoin for merchandise purchases. However, Musk has recently tempered expectations regarding crypto integration, stating that he spends hardly any time thinking about cryptocurrency. Despite this, some believe that the platform's payment system is being built with future crypto functionality in mind. Of course it is. The world watches with anticipation as X continues to secure money. So, we'll see what happens. But I think this is a good first step. And of course, with the US regulatory concerns, I don't think that it's going to take a while before we see any kind of real integration here into the ecosystem. But you're going to be able to get your money there. So should be interesting. The question would be, are you going to be able to cash out from Coinbase to your X wallet? That's where it gets real interesting. So in the meantime, Coinbase has launched a Pepe perpetual futures contract, which I would think would lead into a massive Pepe pump, right? And Pepe is, to its credit, up 12% on the day right now. So, and by the way, we are having a little bit of a run right now. Bitcoin was down about $20 billion early this morning and is now reversed and is now up to 66,900 as of right now. Capital quickly returning into the market. It looks, by the way, a little more robust when you're looking around, that some of the alts are continuing to have nice little surges. So it could be that we're getting closer and closer to an altcoin surge. At the present, it seems to be dragged along by Bitcoin. So we're not in that altcoin zone, but we could be getting closer and closer and edging our way back up there. Bitcoin dominance still higher. Yesterday was at 39. Today is at 37. So we're getting more Bitcoin pump than we are altcoin pump. But today it seems like that's reversing just a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. It's still early in the day. We've still got plenty of hours. But I digress. So Coinbase up 12 or Pepe up 12% today after the listing on Coinbase. The asset saw its price rally to surpass 507 and jumped nearly 12% in 24 hours. Those gains are the continuation of a brilliant 7-day stretch where the meme coin has increased by almost 40%. It appears set to kick off May with an uptrend in motion. Of course, most of this stuff is going to be most of this stuff is going to continue on towards an upside momentum because, it's time for some upside. Guys, we've been looking for a rally for years right now. You know what I mean? It's been a long, long time. Now let's move on here. When will Treat token release? Now, we've famously been talking about Treat for a very long time in the Shiba Inu verse. And now you have the Shi stablecoin, you have Shiba Net, you have Shiba Swap, and then you have the Treat token, right? So the team raised $12 million on Monday, and it was announced by Satoshi Kusama, who did some wild conspiracy bullshit. God, these fucking people, man. So now you know why I kept changing my location while pitching to the smartest minds in our industry. This is a big day for SHIB as we push forward. And let me show you the post here. It's a little bit wild here. So now you know why I kept changing my location while pitching to the smartest minds in our industry. This is a big day for SHIB as we push forward for encryption and elevate our entire brand. There's so much in store for the Army. I've never been more excited for SHIB, and it's right here where it came from. Treats for SHIB, which is where this started. We're thrilled to announce that we've secured a monumental $12 million from strategic VC partners led by Cypher Capital to unleash our next-gen fully homophobic encryption FHE blockchain via Treat, the final non-stable token in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Let's introduce our partners and dive into what this means for our community and the future of crypto. So this was from Anna Monica Brands, Big Brain Holding, Mechanism Capital, Cypher Capital, Foresight Ventures, Hercules Ventures, Illuminati, 3, State Capital, OWF, Styx, P2 Ventures, Morningstar, Kinetic, Woodstock, Shima Primal, and Spirit DAO. Our partners include global leaders. That I just give you the list. Treat for SHIB will power our blockchain featuring fully homomorphic encryption, developed in collaboration with Zama FHE. Now, remember, we were talking about a new, there was going to be a new encryption standard that was being brought to the SHIB ecosystem to add an extra layer of security. This technology is set to revolutionize privacy and trust in crypto, addressing key concerns in both native crypto natives and crypto curious. This FHE that we're talking about, it allows computations on encrypted data, offering unprecedented security and privacy, ensuring your data stays private always. It's a game changer in how personal and financial data is handled. It's going to be a problem, by the way. It's going to be a problem. And I'm just telling you, and by the way, I'm not telling you that it's going to be a problem because it's going to be a problem. I'm telling you it's going to be a problem because it's going to be a problem. Because what they're really saying right now is, hey, this is how we launder. You know what I mean? Like that's really what they're saying without saying it right now. And the SEC is not having any of this shit. So from our humble beginnings with Ryoshi's vision, we've grown into a powerhouse. Together, we've built a rich ecosystem encompassing DeFi, AI, games, and now enhanced encryption with Treats for SHIB. So it's going to look, this makes me nervous. This funding round will help solidify SHIB. And by the way, it doesn't make me nervous for the DeFi or for the future of crypto, just for the future of being able to buy SHIB here in the United States. This might be a problem. This funding round will help solidify Shibarium's position at the epicenter of the memes in crypto world and scale the utility of our ecosystem to new heights with new partnerships like D3 for a top SHIB, .SHIB top level domain and philanthropic effort with Manny Pacquiao. So why should this matter to you? Treat isn't just a token; it's a commitment to innovating while ensuring the SHIB army is voiced as we continue to build. And here's the thing: what we need to do right now is figure out how do we get SHIB? How do we get Treat? We don't want to buy it; like we want it to be given to us. You know what I mean? So we'll find out if there's any airdrops. I'll be watching this going forward. And as we get information on it, then of course we'll try to reveal it as best we can. But for now, looks like Treat is finally coming into the ecosystem, and I think that's going to be a nice little run for everybody involved if you get in early enough. Also, Crypto.com hits pause on South Korea debut amid regulatory probe. Crypto.com was initially eyeing South Korea's bustling crypto landscape. Its robust investor engagement came as an added advantage, but the exchange now faces an indefinite delay in its launching plans. According to the announcement, Crypto.com aims to further engage with regulatory authorities before proceeding. This highlights the intricacies of navigating South Korea's stringent regulatory environment. I think that they're going to get it. I think they're going to be in the market. They'll be in that arena. The problem, of course, is just that they're navigating the system, and now that they're based out of Singapore instead of the United States, that they might be a little more compliant, a little more willing to do business, if you will. And look, we're getting to the bull run, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this all happens. The catalyst behind the delay dates back to a visit from South Korean Financial Intelligence Unit to the Crypto.com local office. FIU reportedly flagged issues related to the exchange AML procedure, further prompting a need for further examination. The launch was originally scheduled for April 29 and was aimed to fill the void left by the closure of OKBit, a prominent local exchange. In light of last year's regulatory apprehensions, Crypto.com has further suspended new customer onboarding and has restricted existing customer access to withdrawal only. Spokesperson, however, reignited hope and affirmed the firm's decision by complying with South Korean regulations. Now, the question would be, are these regulations? God damn it, are these regulations good? Are they valid? And if they are, What's stopping them? We will postpone our launch, take this opportunity to make sure Korean regulators understand our thorough policy. So really, it's just coming down to what does South Korea want? What does Crypto.com want? And have they come to a compromise on how this thing will look? And they wouldn't have come this far if they're intending to just kind of bow out now. So I think we'll see a little bit of give in both categories, and Crypto.com will just launch a little bit later. Should be pretty soon, but I would think that you would want to be in that ecosystem as quickly as possible. Now, on to the good news. Spot Bitcoin ETFs continue net inflows after a rough last pre-halving week. So yesterday, we saw the biggest, and this is going to be incredible. Yesterday, two investors put $20 million each, 6% of one of their portfolios, into cryptocurrency using the ETFs. That was a massive inflow into crypto yesterday. And look, this is, what are we in? We're in April right now. We just got less than 2 weeks ago. It's at this point, just so you guys understand, it's less than 2 weeks ago that financial advisors could start trading Bitcoin through ETFs because there's a 90-day clearinghouse window. So that window was up on April 11. So from then until now, we just had two people throw $20 million a piece into cryptocurrency through these ETFs. So I assure you, we are continuing on a big run, and we're about to get, this should go without saying, but we're about to get a short squeeze, and altcoins are also primed for a short squeeze. So there's a lot happening in this ecosystem, if you will, of crypto that's about to pay off dramatically. And that's going to lead to, there is a short squeeze coming. Most likely, Marcus Thielen, the founder of 10x Research, that Bitcoin's halving is not a bullish event, and he warned that market weakness for the next couple of months could be happening. However, he does say that the reason that these things are playing out the way it is, it looks like there is about to be a short squeeze coming. What we could see in the short term is a short squeeze led by altcoins and meme coins, which have seen persistent negative funding with some as deep as minus 100%. Improving speculative sentiment could see short covering and a resumption of leveraged longs. So if we look at the market, we've seen a little bit of upside, but about March, we saw, I think we had about, 200 or so on Solana, 210, I think it was. Now we've had Solana come all the way down, retracing down to, I want to say 129, somewhere in that neighborhood, just a ridiculously low number by comparison. So it would look to be that there's a big, that there's a big short squeeze coming because all of that money has continued to pile in to short positions. And I mean, that's all you're looking for in order to make some kind of thing lift off. And if you consider just for a second, if you're a trader here, all you have to do is throw some millions at some of these tokens that will cause these dramatic pumps, and it will destroy a lot of shortened leverage positions. So I think what we are seeing, or what we will see, is a massive altcoin short squeeze coming a lot sooner than we think. Because again, I do think that Bitcoin is about to have just a massive sort of pump, and that leads us to Terra Luna Classic. Guys, if you haven't already, the SEC is demanding a settlement from Terraform Labs, $5.3 billion in total. 420 billion are 420 million from one category, 4.7 billion from Terraform Labs, I want to say, and then 100 or 800 million, some just crazy numbers. In the meantime, if you go look at penalties for all of this stuff, if you go pay attention to all of that, then you see that it doesn't work that way, right? 35 million is the maximum penalty that you can that you can award the SEC in this case. But Judge Jed Rakoff, that octogenarian dirtbag, with a great token, by the way, Uh, he seems to be he's that guy. He is that guy. So it's going to be weird to see what it is that he does or what it is that he says, because it looks like just speaking off the cuff, it looks like um, they're going to try as best they can to absolutely annihilate Terraform Labs and get them completely out and make it to where somebody like Duquan can never have a position in cryptocurrency in the United States or anywhere else ever, and the rock means ever again. So is it true? I don't know. We'll see. So let's move on here to, and by the way, if you haven't already, Rakoff Token and Rakoff Validator, check those out in the Luna Classic ecosystem. Remember that we do have a partnership with Terra Casino. We do have a partnership with Weeks. So if you want to do some trading, make sure you check those out for your Luna Classic trading. As well, we've got Pendle unlocking those tokens that we talked about yesterday in 9 hours, ACA, EUL, SWE. Some of these are releasing over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll keep you updated on these. There are some more starting to hit the list. GMT has got 1 inch is going to have an unlock. Manta is going to have a multi-million-dollar unlock. OP 60 million, Prime 33 million. There's a lot of potential unlocks happening over the next little while. So make sure you adjust your portfolio as you can. There's just a lot happening over the next little while. So let's check out price action right now. What is BM and Bitcoin be doing? So, like I said that. Anyway, looks like we're into, and by the way, this is a bearish trend. I think everybody should know that by this point. If you're looking at the way that Bitcoin is trending right now, lower highs. So if we come back down here for a retest and we do the same thing and we do the same thing, this breaks predominantly to the downside. So that's where we could be looking at a move like this. What you hope for is you hope for consolidation in range. And, what I think most people are going to look for if you want a bullish narrative is you're going to look at this wick down here and this wick over here, and you're going to turn it into a pennant formation instead of looking at it across, that it's just bouncing off 61.1. So it could be that it's going to continue to break to the upside. I think just based on the narratives everywhere, I feel like that Bitcoin is primed for another big breakout and another big upside move. So I think that we're definitely in a situation where we should get a big move towards that upside. And also, by the way, in the event that we have a breakdown of any sort, when it gets to 61,000, go long, dog. You know what I mean? You just go long and see what happens. But it looks like we're getting just another, and also you can make just an argument and say, well, you know what? No matter what, you just got a flag pattern playing out, and that generally, again, it's going to break to the upside. So I think that we're probably momentum wise in a good space. And it should be noted the RSI still kind of down, like it's not really exploding up here. We should be getting into these really overbought ranges, but we're not yet. We're not getting into these pumps are not creating these massive moves. So we're not seriously overbought at this point. So there is still a lot of room on the RSI for a quick run and a big time growth over a couple of days. You know what I mean? So maybe we'll see something pretty big happening. Ethereum kind of looks the same way. We're seeing the same thing, but we're seeing that flag pattern a little more pronounced as it plays out. Solana, we saw a move back down into this 126. Actually, the number was holy shit, that was low. 121.88 was the number that it came down to. So we got that back test. And by the way, we're going to switch from Solana to Bitcoin real quick. You see that we're getting these back tests on these ranges, which is a previous top. This is an explosion out of like a fib area, a back test, and now this is what we're looking at for a breakout. Now, if we go to a longer time frame here, and we say that, pure speculative, by the way. But if you look at this as, let's consider it kind of like this right here. Then you're seeing a back test coming to this descending channel after the breakout to see whether or not, and it could range, by the way. We might see something like this ranging and then just an explosion. But, that's the way these charts are playing out right now. There is going to be a moment where you get a big move. So, and money continues to come into the market. So, and that's Solana. Render had that really big run up to 13,662, and now it bounced off of, went into the golden ratio, went right into this golden pocket right here. That became your buy signal. Did you buy? If you did, boom, there you go. It absolutely took off right afterwards. And now we're heading back up. Where do we go? Where did we get our retest? It's a 0.382 line. Why? Because the fib tool is all about sentiment. And what did the sentiment represent? It represented a move into the golden ratio and then a retest at 382. If it rejects a little bit, and it will reject a little bit, then it should come back up and then do a retest at 236. So we're coming probably to $11 pretty soon. And then we're going to see whether or not there's enough strength in order to push this up and continue that move towards the upside. By the way, it looks like Solana, Myro just went green. Dog with hat seems to be pumping right now. So we might be looking at a little bit of a breakout. So I think we're looking at a little bit of a rally. We're up $18 billion on the day. So it looks like the money from the US market is popping in. So by the way, DevE, if you didn't already, remember we made this video over here at about 40 cents, and it's now trading. It was up to 74 cents just a little while ago. The question now is, will it have the strength on this narrative for another big upside move? And what we see so far is it just wicked off of the 786, came down below 786 into this horrible range that you don't want to come down to, but that is where it comes down, right? This is where these pre-sale launches, shit like that, that's where they come back down. Everybody's selling off and et cetera, but there still seems to be a little bit of strength. Now, the question is, will this strength translate into another big pump? If it does translate into another big pump, then let's get rid of this one right now. And let's look at what the next move is. And the next move is, of course, the test area for DevE. By the way, trading at 63 cents right now, but the test range is $1.52. Why is that the test range? Well, what I just told you still applies. Even though we came down through the golden pocket, we're going to come back up and we'll do a test at 50 cents, but then it should make a move into that 0.382 line. 0.382 is at $1.52. So, if you're not already, I would certainly be looking at DevE as another big breakout. By the way, trading at around, I want to say, I don't have the number. I guess I should probably go look at it before I say anything. But I think about 10 million market cap. Yeah, 10 million market cap. So it's 10x to 100 million market cap, 100x to $1 billion market cap. So if you haven't already, this is kind of a last call. And by the way, when I say that this is a last call, it doesn't mean that it's not going to go down some more. It doesn't mean that it's not going to have some retesting of some lows. It doesn't mean that it's ready to absolutely explode. It just means that I feel like something good is going to happen with this thing. So very green, very friendly blockchain ecosystem. Also, by the way, Ski, that dog with ski mask, look at this, up 102%. Since we did this yesterday. Somebody came in here the day before yesterday. Somebody came in and started talking about dog with ski mask. And what did I say here? I said, we're going to hit this and we're going to have a little breakdown probably into this range. And then we're going to have a breakout, right? Well, what happened? Ta-da, came down for this back test right there. And then it broke towards the upside. And it's been heading off since then and now has a 23 million market cap. Look at that. All-time high achieved all over again on Ski. So shout out to everybody who bought that Ski the other day because this one ended up being a big play. So congratulations to everybody. Make sure you take profit responsibly along the way. It is so important that you do that so that you do not get wrecked. Look, there's no pie in the sky right now that's going to get you to just a magical $1 billion. You're not going to make look, we don't all make millions of dollars. Make money, okay? make your money, get your original investment out, and let that moon bag work for you. In the meantime, make sure that you're protecting your own capital. Don't over leverage. Don't get yourself in a bad position. And Scottish Crypto says, nice shirt, please. Look at this shirt. This is a new Vaulted Dragon Sailors Club hat. By the way, on the back has the same thing. Definitely all around awesome shirt. And shout out to Crypto Shay for sending that over the other day. Appreciate you. So, whew. This is Dev E and Ski. Right now I'm talking about Ski. Let's pop that back up. I forgot how I was doing this today, by the way. We were talking about Ski Mask Dog, which also just hit that all-time high, up 100 points. By the way, while we're at it, MVP, you might notice I did a MAGA VP the other day. This was Donald Trump's VP token. And look at this. Had a big run, of course. It came down. It was down in this range when we did the promo. So we're actually up. Like I keep looking at it and I keep saying, like, damn, this is actually up pretty good. We did it back here. So it's up 116% since we called it. So make sure, again, same thing. Make sure you take your profit on that one. But the one we originally were talking about was DevE, DEVVE. I did a video for them the other day, which is what, intrigued me and got me into it. And, well, shit, I guess I should show you guys the announcement from DevE. I don't know if there's a link up yet, but they just announced something else. There is an innovative grant shard ecosystem. There we go. FIAS. This is it right here. FIAS, the Forever Association, is proud to share the inaugural Launchpad token, FIAS, FIAS, the next evolution in blockchain gaming. So this right here is a game called Litcraft that you'll be able to play. In 2023, Litcraft, and this experience was ranked the second best blockchain-based game in the world by Cointelegraph. Shortly afterwards, the game was listed by both Google and Apple. And now Litcraft is ready to take the next journey. And Litcraft, the IP underpinning Litcraft, nice experience, is a sprawling realm of fantasy and science fiction, a tapestry woven with the magic marvels. And look, this thing is launching. And look, the #2 overall crypto video game by ranking through Cointelegraph is going to be on DevE. So, when gaming comes back around, this DevE ecosystem most likely has just an explosive sort of move. So I would certainly be checking this out. It's at devve.io. So if you're interested, I would certainly go check this out. By the way, I was paid to do a promotion. I am not partnered with them right now. So I'm doing this of my own, and I am a holder of the DevE tokens. So just full disclosure, I'm certainly interested in this. I hope that somebody from there reaches out to me and wants to do a promo on this so that we can start playing this game and stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm not going to do too much with it. Just hold on to the DevE tokens because I just get this sense and this feeling that there's an opportunity for this thing to blow back up and get back. I mean, I'll put it this way. So we saw Pepe right now. Remember, it was up about 13%, drawing down back a little bit to about 11%, right? However, when we start to zoom out here, this was the previous all-time high, and we thought, oh my God, I can't believe Pepe went to $1 billion market cap or 2 billion market cap, whatever the number was. Then it consolidated in this range for so long, came all the way back down, and then after it came back down, then boom, this thing happened right here, and now all of a sudden, we go from 150 million market cap, whatever that number was, all the way up to all-time highs all over again. Then we have that back test, that retest, and where does it go? And guys, I can't make this shit up, right? I can't make this shit up. Where did it go? Again, for everybody looking, this is where it went. It went all the way up to the top, right? And then we grab the top here and we use the top as we show you what happened right there. And then where did it go? It came all the way down into the golden ratio right here between 618 and 786 on your fib retracement tool. And then what did it do? Came back up, and where is it testing right now? The 0.382 line. Guys, I don't make this shit up. This is the way that crypto works. Now, in looking over this in this longer term, that's what you see, right? The question is, will this reject or not? Like, did we just wick into this ratio right here, or will it continue on with this perpetual futures trading? It'll take a few days, I think, before we really see what happens here. But I mean, shout out to everybody who's in Pepe, and not for nothing, Joe, but 10% is not actually parabolic. It's just a good run for Pepe over the last, since it broke out down here. It's been up 800, almost 1,000%. Currently, at this point, up 543% in 2 months. So shout out to all the Pepe holders, all of you that had that faith, and you didn't get porked, if you know what I mean. You didn't buy pork instead. Then shout out to you guys, because you made it happen. Anyway, so if you haven't already, go check out DevE, DEVVE, and add a little bit to your spot bag. I wouldn't recommend futures trading. Still a little bit early on, but I mean, if you've got the risk tolerance for it, you can do that on MEXC, I think, because that's where I hold a spot bag on DevE, and I hold one in a DeFi wallet. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. Ben, you see Ben here had a nice little spike back up to 48.30. Now we're not partnered with Ben. We're not partnered with Ben Coin anymore, but Ben's still my friend. Cassie's still my friend. So I'm still a holder. So we're certainly hoping for a nice big move. Ben is now, for those of you that are not paying attention, Ben is now the CEO of BenCoin. Cassie is now the CEO of BitBoy Crypto. And those changes were, well, I'm not sure why they made those changes, but it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is I think this means that Ben actually sees what's getting ready to happen. And by the way, this was the plan the whole time, I'm sure. And by the way, when I say that, I'm saying I'm sure because I don't know that was going to be the long-term plan. I mean, I knew it was obvious at some point that it would come to that and that we would see that happen, that Ben would take back over as the CEO. However, the question now is there something planned that's going to cause more than just this random breakout? Like, this is just the start of, I told you guys, I thought before that we had found the bottom over here at 4. Well, we ended up at 3. So we did find a lower bottom than we had before. And, anybody who sold over here and just lost out on what's basically a 40% pump, haha, you know what I mean? So this could be a reversal. And by the way, this reversal is taking a long time. But if you look at it this way, you're looking to it looks like we're getting that curvature that makes me think that we're getting a move back towards the upside. Now, of course, I took the liberty from here of pushing it back to the upside. It really hasn't gone to the upside yet. It's just at this point going to here. But when you're leveling off and you're finding that bottom, then that does tend to mean that a reversal is imminent. And over the next couple of weeks, I think Ben thinks that he's got some really, really cool stuff happening that's going to make this thing pop super, super hard. So, and if it does, that's going to be awesome. Especially for people who are holders. Myro looks like it is flagging again after it just came off of this move right here. And I told you guys I was expecting it to have a breakout in this pennant formation. So I thought that was going to have a move. Now, that move was not as big or as aggressive as I thought it was going to be. I really thought that the move was going to come up into the 21 range over here and do a retest, but it really just kind of came up to the top of this range right here, which means that we're not exhausting sellers the way that we should. You know what I mean? Like, and this kind of downward spot right here. So what we need is a break above that into this higher 21, 22 sort of range to exhaust some of these sellers. Otherwise, eventually this thing comes back down. So it looks like that we're starting to get that move in the last couple of hours, but that did lead to an absolute sell-off into this range. So we haven't exhausted the sellers yet, but the good news for you, if you are a Myro holder, is this looks like we've got this perfect little pennant breaking out, which again would mean that there most probably is a breakout to the upside. Everything that we look at right now, there's bullish pennants, there's bullish flags, there's bullish moves on everything. Problem here is the biggest range that we need to get to is 24 cents, and that's also the biggest resistance. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm actually fascinated in watching Miro to see whether or not this thing can actually get into that range. And when I see this happening, by the way, at this point, I think it's almost a buy signal no matter what. When you start to identify this range, then Miro seems to really like wedge pattern breakouts. So, which makes it predictable, by the way. It kind of gives it a predictability, if you will. So, shout out. And then Dog with Hat also having a little bit of a breakout right now. You can see that kind of pushing its way up at this point right now. Again, we still got that the US market is doing US market shit, like it always does. So, you're not seeing it as robust as you might hope for. US Solana also having that breakout. By the way, Luna Classic, just to give you an update here. Luna Classic, I told you guys that what would most likely happen yesterday. I said, the big move here is going to be to 11,742. Guess what happened? Right to 11,742. Do you know why? Because fib retracement works. It's not, look, it's not 100, nothing is 100% accurate, by the way. But now it looks like we're probably going to get a retest and then a breakout above this and maybe get up into this 1,300 range, which could be rejected, by the way, around 12.2, 12.3. There's a lot of chop and trading in this, right around this range right here. So you might get a rejection, which is why I kind of muted it right there. You might get a rejection at that All right. Well, it looks like it looks like my internet is having a problem right now. So I don't know what I use Xfinity. So um, Xfinity, you suck. So guys, just want to let you know I'm gonna run the ad here. We're gonna get out of here, and we will see you again tomorrow. Guys, the bull run is almost here. The halving is almost here. The Hong Kong Ethereum ETF is almost here. You like ERC-20. We all like ERC-20. And the best way for you to accumulate more ERC-20 tokens or more Bitcoin, it's Cryptonomy.finance. If you've been here before, you know that I've been talking about a lot of these tokens. There's over 400 that you can choose from. They offer an exchange with the best rates without commissions and support from a highly qualified support and trading team 24/7. And this is available to every participant. Of course, you get immediate support if you are a VIP. And you can deposit UST into your Cryptonomy account, and then you can start to buy the desired assets that you want to use over here and exchange them as needed. Over 400 of them. And there's going to be a lot of updates coming out over the next couple days, weeks, and months. So, guys, if you are looking to advance your crypto portfolio, you need more tokens. Why not let the tokens that you currently have work for you?